Welcome to my next Better Call Saul Season 3 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching Better Call Saul, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for all of you out there that are wondering, I've already seen Better Call Saul all the way through one time, binged most of it, and actually I did reviews of Better Call Saul Season 6 on this channel. So if you want to see those and you've already seen every single episode of Better Call Saul, you can click right here with about 20 seconds left to go in the video. That's the end screen, and that will be the link to my Better Call Saul Season 6 review videos, as well as right here, my Breaking Bad review videos, seasons ranked, characters ranked, episodes ranked, and all that and more. So 20 seconds left. Make sure you click on those videos. But I'm a big fan of the show. I want to let it resonate a little bit more and give all of you detailed reviews of the show. So that's why I'm rewatching the show. So make sure you interact with me in the comments section. So with all that said, this will be Better Call Saul Season 3, Episode 9. The title of this episode is called Fall. And this will be my review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. We start with Jimmy visiting Sandpiper Crossing to see Irene Landry, the class representative in the Sandpiper lawsuit. Over cookies, Irene tells him that Aaron Brill, his former co-worker from Davis and Maine, told her that the suit is years from a resolution. When Irene lets Jimmy look at Aaron's settlement offer, he is taken aback by the figure and tries to persuade her to accept the proposal right away against Aaron's advice. Jimmy sees Irene off as she leaves with her chair yoga group. As she walks out of the Sandpiper building, Jimmy calculates the numbers and realizes he stands to gain $1.16 million from the settlement. At the offices of Madrigal Electromotive in Houston, Texas, Mike meets Lydia to make arrangements for his hiring by Gus as a security consultant. Mike expresses concern about being exposed if Madrigal were subjected to an audit, but Lydia assures him that he will not attract any outside attention and that his name will be kept off the books. He asks why Lydia is risking her job for a drug dealer, but she replies that Gus is much more than that. And then Mike signs off on the deal and gives her his social and his driver's license. Chuck and Howard meet with two representatives from Santa Rosa Insurance Group. Having learned of Chuck's illness and subsequent breakdown at Jimmy's bar hearing, the representatives inform Chuck and Howard that they will be doubling the malpractice premiums on every practicing attorney at the firm. When Howard balks at such a massive increase, the reps offer a compromise solution whereby only Chuck's malpractice premiums will be increased, provided he agrees to work under the supervision of a co-counsel on any future cases he picks up. Chuck is offended by the notion of having to be babysat and threatens litigation, much to Howard's discomfort. After the representatives leave, Howard broaches the possibility of Chuck taking a job offer as a college lecturer as a favor to a friend of his at UNM, University of New Mexico, while becoming partner immerses at HHM. Chuck becomes irate as he realizes that Howard wants him to retire. Howard firmly insists that he can no longer trust Chuck's judgment, meaning the two cannot be partners. Kim meets with a prospective client named Billy Gatwood on Kevin's recommendation. Billy fills in Kim about his tax issues stemming from the fact that a mineral deposit on the New Mexico side of the New Mexico-Texas border has broken off from underground drilling. Kim proposes to a solution to Gatewood's tax problem within 2 weeks. After he leaves, Kim finds out that her car has become stuck in the dirt. Kim uses a piece of plywood to force her car free, but goes out of control and narrowly avoids rolling into an oil well. Kim records her meeting notes in a tape recorder as she drives away. Jimmy confronts Howard about the settlement offer, pointing out that HHM stands to gain over a few $1 million from the offer that they want to pull off. Jimmy asks Howard to settle immediately, saying it would be the right thing to do for his clients. Howard refuses, seeing that Jimmy is feeling concern for his clients and is primarily interested in his cut of the money. He warns Jimmy against employing any dirty tricks to get the settlement approved. Hector and Gus meet at a remote location flanked by their respective henchmen. Through a phone call, I should say, Juan Bosa tells Hector that Don Eladio is satisfied with the new consolidated transportation method of shipping drugs over the border and wants the practice continue using Gus's distribution network exclusively. Hector Salamanca angrily smashes the phone, wanting to have his own distribution method instead of Gustavo's. Hector's heart problems act up, leading him to open the pill bottle containing Nacho's fake pills. However, the pills have no apparent effect, and Hector curses Eladio, Bolsa, and Gus before leaving. Donning a tacky headband and tracksuit, Jimmy goes to the shopping mall and intercepts Irene as she is walking by with her chair yoga group. Jimmy gives Irene an expensive pair of new track shoes. After this, Jimmy embarks in a prolonged scheme to indirectly pressure Irene into settling by turning her friends against her, telling them that she has taken improper advantage of being the class representative in the Sandpiper suit and citing the running shoes as proof. As a result of Jimmy's manipulation, Irene's friends ostracize her, much to her surprise and confusion. Nacho, seeing that the pills have failed to kill Hector Salamanca, goes to his father Manuel's house and comes clean to him. He admits that he fell in again with Hector Salamanca, who will soon be coming to take control of Manuel's upholstery shop. Nacho pleads with his father to do what Hector Salamanca wants and not to do anything stupid, meaning approaching the police. Manuel refuses and asks Nacho to leave the house, which he obliges. Howard's secretary delivers him an envelope from Chuck, which he assumes is Chuck's resignation letter. He directs his secretary to make plans for a big retirement party. Unfortunately, he's spoken too soon, as he opens the envelope to find Chuck's plans to sue HHM for breach of contract. Howard goes to Chuck's house to confront him, noticing that Chuck has reinstalled some of his electrical appliances. Chuck insists that he is overcoming his EHS delusion and vows to fight Howard in court in order to retain control of the firm he built from the ground up, threatening to liquidate the firm if he doesn't get his way. After Howard leaves, Chuck is forced to put down an electrical cooking implement, showing that he is still struggling with living around electricity. In the middle of the night, inside the bingo hall at Sandpiper, Jimmy tampers with some of the balls used for the bingo game. The following day, Jimmy used the rigged balls to ensure that Irene wins. However, when no one else in the room applauds her, she runs out of the room and is reduced to tears. Jimmy approaches her and, under the guise of trying to help, suggests that it is in the best interest of the group that her relationships that she accepts the settlement offer right away. Jimmy returns to Wexler McGill with a bottle of Zafrino tequila, telling Kim that the Sandpiper case will be settling and he wants to celebrate. However, Kim is late to a meeting with Gatewood and is too distracted to listen to Jimmy or share his celebratory mood. After she leaves, a dejected Jimmy shares a tequila shot with Francesca. Meanwhile, while driving to her meeting with Gatewood, Kim falls asleep at the wheel and is badly injured when her car crashes into a ditch. Kim stumbles out of the wreck, and as legal papers litter the ground around her. And that's what ends this episode of Better Call Saul. So for this one, I'm going to give it an 8.6 out of 10. Characters of the episode are going to be Kim, Irene, and Chuck. Obviously, Jimmy is the character of every episode, mostly, I think. But, we go with who else in the episode. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Better Call Saul and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you Hulk smash the like button, share this video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Better Call Saul. What would you rate it, and whom would be your character of the episode, and anything else that you want to add. Don't forget to click right here for my Better Call Saul Season 6 reviews if you've ever already seen all the episodes, and my Breaking Bad playlist right here if you want to check out any of that stuff. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special, and you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.